Hi, this is Adam Doran. Today my nephew Jared sent me a message on Facebook and asked if I would show him how to tie some fishing knots that he can use while he's out on the water. And I thought, what a great opportunity to share with anybody else that might be interested or has kids that are interested in fishing, learning about fishing. We'll cover two of the most easy to tie fishing knots, most reliable. They hold their strength real well, and you can use them in just about every fishing application, at least in freshwater. So we're going to cover two knots today. We're going to cover the improved clinch knot, which is a lot of people's first fishing knot because it's so simple and quick. And the improved clinch knot holds up to 85 to 90% of the line strength when it's tied perfectly. The palomar knot is the other knot we're going to learn, and it's even stronger and even simpler. It just takes a little bit longer because it requires your fingers getting used to tying the knot, and that holds up to 95% of the line strength when tied correctly. So we're going to start with the improved clinch knot, and I've got an improvised hook here that I made out of some bent wire, large enough scale that you can see really clearly, and I've got some paracord here so that you can see really well what I'm doing. So for the improved clinch knot, looking at the eye of the hook here, we'll just go through the eye of the hook, and then what I do, if you're right-handed, I grab the main line in my right hand. If you are left-handed, you just want to reverse this. And then I take the tag end of the line in the left hand. We've run it through the eye of the hook. Now what I'll do is, with my bottom 2 or 3 fingers, I'm going to grab the line, the main line. I've still got the tag end of the line in my thumb and forefinger here. And then I'll use my right hand, thumb, and forefinger to help me do 5 wraps of the tag end around the main line. So we'll do 1 wrap, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I've got 5 wraps in there, and actually this paracord wants to twist on me there. There we go. We've got 5 wraps in there. I'm going to take the tag end now, and remember that loop I was holding with my last 3 fingers here? I'm going to run the tag end through that loop, and then I just made another loop right there, and so we're going to run the tag end through that. And then what I'll do, with the paracord it may be a little difficult, but we're going to do it with real fishing line in a minute. What I'll do is I'll put the line up to my mouth, moisten it with some saliva, and then I'm going to hold on to the tag so that it doesn't pull through the loops we just made. And I'm going to pull on the main end, and the knot slides through and slides down. And this actually worked a lot better than I thought with the paracord. Slides down, tightens on itself, and we've got a sturdy knot. So that's the improved clinch knot. And that actually in the field ties very quickly, especially once your fingers get used to it. That again holds up to 85–90% of the line strength if you tie it perfectly. The next one's the palomar knot. It's even simpler, has even less wraps of the line, but it just takes a little more time to tie when you're dealing with fishing line in your hands. But the palomar knot, you basically double the line, run it through the eye of the hook. So we've got doubled line here. I'll do an overhand knot of this loop over the main line. So just an overhand knot, just like that, like I was going to pull it down. But before I pull down the overhand knot, I take the big loop, run it over top of the hook, over top of the line I'm tying, and then I pull both ends tight. And I've got a knot that holds to about 95% of the line strength. Now what I'm going to do is tie those in real time, and we're going to do it with real fishing line like it's a real application in the field, just to show you how quickly, especially the improved clinch knot, can be tied. So I've got a light action rod here that I use for crappies and panfish, and I have a little 1/16 ounce jig. And so I'm going to do an improved clinch knot with this. So we're going to start, and I'll just have you see how quick it is, starting now. There's 5 wraps, through the loop, through the other loop, moisten, pull it down, clip, and the knot's tied. So once your fingers get used to tying it, it goes pretty quickly. Now with the palomar knot, it takes a little bit longer, but in the field, saying I wanted to do a Texas rig or something, I'll thread the sinker on a line. There's the sinker. Got a worm hook. It's a 3/0 worm hook there. Run the line through the eye of the hook, run it back so that my line is doubled. Again, this one takes just a few seconds longer. I've got my doubled line. Do an overhand knot using the loop against the main line. There's the overhand knot. Then I run the loop over top of the hook, over the eye. Moisten it all again. Pull both ends of the line. Trim the tag. And we're set. So both of those knots, really simple, not very involved. Go back, rewind the video, watch it again a few times. You'll have them figured out pretty quickly.